So, welcome back to another episode. Pretty much this workshop is about being sculpted for summer, but also focusing on being built for life. Okay. So, just something you always want to remember as well, ladies, like every summer, I see women hit May with all this momentum. And then by June, like they've already checked out, which is honestly the worst thing you could do when it comes to starting off your fat loss journey. Right. So put a one in the Zoom chat if you feel like you've ever done that before, like you've ever checked out of your fitness goals by June. Because usually this is the time when barbecues come up, beach days come up, um, patio drinks come up, right? And fitness goals tend to get pushed aside, back in the back burner, right? But here's what I always remind my clients: June, July, and August, they make up a third of your whole year. That's 33% of your progress gone if you give in, right? And look, I'm not saying you don't you're not supposed to enjoy yourself. You should absolutely be making memories. But this mindset of I'll get back on it in September is keeping you stuck in the same cycle, right? So this summer is your opportunity, not your excuse. Like while others are coasting, you can actually be building a body that is fit for the rest of your life, right? So I want to make this summer the most, or like the most effective one, but the one you actually follow through on. Okay, so put in the two in the Zoom chat if you want to make this summer the summer where you actually follow through. Okay, so I'm going to give you the formula to lifelong success for all the summers to come. Okay, so you pretty much just need six commitments for long-term success this summer. Okay, so six commitments is this. So number one, so your first commitment is to just create a vision. Okay. You want to be clear about your goal. You don't want to be vague about your goal. Okay. Like you don't want to be vague, like, oh, I just want to lose weight. And that's not enough, right? I'm talking about a clear image of who you want to be. Like, what is the clear, or like, what does the best version of you look like this summer? How does she move? Or what is she wearing? Or how do you carry yourself? Or what do you do during summertime? Right? When you have that picture in your head, everything starts to align. Like the decisions you make, your energy levels, your habits. Ladies, you have to be writing your goals down every single day because where your attention goes, your energy flows. Right? So if you keep reminding yourself every day why you're doing this, why you're showing up like the future version of yourself, your body just eventually catches up. So don't just say that you want the results. You have to like actually see it and visualize it. Create this clear vision, right? You have to see it, you have to live it every single day. And I tell my clients even to write their goal weight on a sticky note and stick it on their fridge to like manifest it, like make it come to life. A daily reminder that this is what we have to do, or like this is where we have to be in the next 3 months, right? You have to be reminded every single day for whatever goal you have, or else you're just gonna fall back like all the other people, right? So number one is to create a clear vision. Commitment number two is you just never be satisfied. Okay. And this isn't about being ungrateful. It's about recognizing that growth is constant, right? I've seen too many women in the program, like they've lost pounds and then they immediately slow down. Like they saw a lot of progress. They worked hard for it. And like once they see that, they're like, okay, cool. I'm chill now. I don't need to do this anymore. I've seen what I needed to do. I'm tired of pushing hard, right? They tell themselves that they're doing pretty good and they start loosening up those habits. But pretty good just leads you back to where you started, right? Real transformation comes from actually staying hungry, even when the progress isn't happening or happening, right? So you always have to be striving for more. Like For example, there was this one woman that I've worked with before who lost a good 20 pounds, made good progress, had better habits, better energy levels, less bloated, fitting into clothes better, right? She felt super happy about that result. Being down 20 pounds, that's a lot, right? And then she started coasting. So she started going back to her usual routine after seeing like, oh yeah, 20 pounds, cool, I'm good now, right? And then she started going to back to her usual routine, eating more takeout food, showing up less in the gym, uh, being lazy, vegging out instead of being active with her steps, right? So this is a reminder to don't coast. You don't want to coast. So everyone type in the Zoom chat, don't coast, right? Or you never want to be satisfied when it comes to this fitness journey, right? So instead of asking yourself, am I doing enough? Ask yourself, how can I level up? Or can you push harder in the gym? Or like, how can I be more intentional with my meals? What can I do to make my sleep better? You're always trying to improve every single thing in your life in order to level up, right? And progress doesn't come from being perfect, it just comes from refusing to settle. Okay. So again, just a reminder, don't coast, always never be satisfied. You always want to strive for more. Okay. Commitment number three is you want to control the controllables. So as you know, like summer brings a lot of curveballs. There's vacations, there's parties, there's spontaneous hangouts, right? But if you're constantly waiting for the perfect week to stick to your plan, you're honestly going to be waiting forever, right? So instead, you want to focus on what's in your control, right? In the game plan, you always talk about, oh, your steps. You can get your steps in. That's something you can control, right? How much water you're taking in. That's something you can control as well. Um, how much protein you're having in every meal. You could definitely control that. So these are small daily wins that just stack up. And they don't need to be perfect, just as long as you've like showed up for yourself. They just need to be consistent, long term. The game of fat loss is long term, being consistent, not taking days off. Fat loss goals don't take days off, right? Fat loss goals don't take vacations. Even on vacation, I'm telling my clients the like a game plan in order to maintain the weight loss. I even talked about earlier, like how earlier this week, how someone in the program lost weight while on vacation, thinking that she was going to gain like an extra 5 pounds in vacation, right? So again, these small daily wins stack up and they don't need to be perfect. They just got to be consistent, right? And if you stay consistent with the basics, it's basic stuff in the program. It's steps, nutrition, workouts, get all that stuff done. And even in the busy weeks, you'll be shocked about how much progress you're going to make, right? I have people that are going into their masters. There's people that work as nurses in the program, right? You just have to show up for yourself, right? Control what you can control, which is your food, which is your steps, which is your sleep, right? So commitment number three is you want to be planning like a boss. So for planning, this is honestly where most people fail. Winging it never works, right? So put in the Zoom chat, winging it never works, right? You need to plan your week like a boss of a company. Like I tell my clients all this, like this all the time. Like imagine your body as a growing business. Do you want your business to grow or do you want to lose the business and watch it fall? Right? So you got to ask yourself, like, when are your workouts happening this week? When are you meal prepping this week? Do you have healthy options when it comes to, or during times when it gets busy? Or like if you know there's a barbecue this Saturday, how are you going to adjust earlier that day so you know you're sticking to the game plan, right? So planning gives you power. It removes all the guesswork and the guilt. Planning just makes you more free, right? You're not just reacting, you're choosing. And when you're in control of your choices, fat loss becomes so much easier. So you have to treat your goals like appointments. You have to schedule them in and show up, right? So again, imagine your body is a successful company. You got to plan out all these things in order to keep on seeing progress. Okay. So put a five in the Zoom chat if you're still with me. Okay. So commitment number five is you want to choose your environment. So it's about shaping your environment to support the women you're trying to become. And if you're surrounded by people who always skip workouts, they overeat, they say shit like, oh, you don't need to lose weight, it's going to mess with your mindset, right? You shouldn't be hanging with these people, right? They're not really supporting you. That's like a red flag for a friend, right? You need people in your corner that actually get it, that actually like make you feel empowered to like do all this stuff. Because losing weight is hard, right? You need a team behind you, right? You need more people in your corner who actually get it. That might mean unfollowing accounts that make you feel like shit, or maybe joining a group or a community that holds you accountable. And that's why we have this community in the soft sculpted method with the ladies who just talk about their questions, their struggles, um, how to like what's motivating them, right? Having a team behind you is going to make your fat loss goals so much easier because it's not just me that's pushing you, it's like a whole bunch of women that are doing the same thing as you, right? So look, like your environment is not just about people, it's about your kitchen, right? Whatever's available, you're bound to eat. So you got to be surrounding yourself with like healthy, whole foods in order to bring the fat down, right? Environment is also your calendar, right? Making sure everything's planned out for the week, even time for family and friends, right? And also your environment is also your mindset. Having a healthy mindset is going to help you get to your goal faster. If you have this shitty mindset, like super negative, you're never going to get anything. And I tell this to my clients all the time. Negative things come to negative people. Positive things come to positive people, right? So if you set up systems that support success, you're going to get to where you want to be, right? Because you don't rise to the power of your motivation, you fall from the level of your environment. Does that make sense? So everything around you is pretty much what's going to shape you to the woman that you become. The systems are going to help you get better, right? If you have like a red flag in the system, that's something you want to keep out, right? And again, your environment doesn't mean just people, it's also your kitchen, your calendar, your mindset. Okay. Number six is you got to see this journey as an identity shift. This is honestly the biggest one, right? This one stands out to me the most because it's not just about losing the weight, it's about the identity. Like if you keep on telling yourself, I'm going to lose the weight, your brain's just going to treat it like something temporary. Like this is just a phase, right? But when you shift like that mindset from like, I'm just trying to lose weight to this is who I am right now, everything is going to change. Like you become the woman who moves her body. You become the woman that eats with intention. You become the woman that knows exactly what to do with her food. You become the woman that has a better relationship with her food, who enjoys the food that she loves while continuing to lose weight. You become the woman that doesn't quit as well, right? That's how fat loss stops being a project and becomes more of a lifestyle. Like you're not just chasing results, you're just embodying a new person. You're embodying a new standard. And when it's who you are, you don't really need to rely on willpower. It just becomes normal because that's what your identity is, right? So these are pretty much the six commitments. I'll just go over them again. Number one, create a clear vision, okay? Be clear with who you want to be, what you want to do. Number two is never be satisfied, okay? Never settle for less. Don't coast. Keep on striving for more. Number three, control what you can, your steps, your workouts, your sleep, etc. Right? Number four, plan like a boss. So make sure you have these appointments, when to work out, when to meal prep, when to spend time with family, right? So you don't crash and go into things second guessing. Number five is choose your environment because your environment, the stuff that surrounds you is what's going to build you into that new woman you want to be, right? And number six is you have to see this journey as an identity shift, not just as a phase, right? Because phases are temporary. If you want this to last for the rest of your life, you have to see yourself as a fit woman. Always ask yourself, what would a fit woman do in this situation? Would a fit woman sleep late and stay up late at night doom scrolling? Or would a fit woman actually just get more sleep? Maybe save the doom scrolling while on the treadmill, burning some calories, right? So you always want to ask yourself, what would a fit woman do? Okay. So just to recap, for the end of this call, again, this summer is the start of something bigger. Not just a few pounds lost, but becoming the stronger, the leaner, the more confident you. So you've got these six commitments now. You got two choices. So number one is, are you going to be the one, like the woman that just waits until September again? This is what most women do. Like they just wait and until fall and they do absolutely nothing. That's option number one. Number two is you start now. Like use this summer as a launch pad. Like I know you got it in you. And I know that you really want to get out of this hole. Right? So number two is the best option, obviously. But you want to make sure this season is the one you actually follow through. Okay? Not just for a few weeks, but the version of you that's here to stay for the rest of your life. Okay? So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Zoom chat. Since there's no questions, it's totally fine. And just put it all good in the Zoom chat as well. And also, if you feel stuck, you could DM me personally on Instagram or Telegram, and I can give you a straight up answer for anything. Okay, you can ask any question you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm open to any questions. My goal for you again is to not feel stuck anymore, relying on all this information on internet like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's better to just get one answer from one coach. Okay. Anyways, other than that, no questions. Peace.